He was an instructor responsible for the care and the well-being of the students at his martial arts school.
Well, tonight he's locked up and facing allegations he molested two of his female students, both teens under 16 years old. WESH 2's Greg Fox has late-breaking details.
A karate teacher and mentor well known in his community now stands accused of sex crimes against children, and tonight authorities fear there may be more victims.
Learning more about the Fairfax County martial arts coach who's received national accolades, who is now accused of sexually abusing some of his students.
Local karate coach accused of sexually assaulting a student, John.
And Emily, police say that it happened inside this karate studio in Arlington. It has been closed since the coach here was arrested yesterday.
A man who owns a martial arts studio and instructs children is accused of sexual assault. Aurora police say 31-year-old Raul Alberto Gutierrez Hernandez had sexual contact with teenage girls who were his students.
An Osceola County karate school owner who's charged with more than 80 counts of sexually abusing some of his students is on trial tonight.
Well, a safety alert for parents this morning. There is a man who parents trusted with their children who's in jail this morning, accused of molesting a 5-year-old little girl here in the Valley. He was a karate teacher at various places, and ABC 15's Kimberly Chang is live at Child Time, where the alleged victim went to preschool. Kimberly, police are concerned that there may be more victims here.
Investigators say this is the second time he's accused of molesting a little girl. Police say the latest incident happened here at this Chandler Child Care Center while he was supposed to be giving the girl karate lessons.
A man convicted of molesting a student at a martial arts school where he taught has been sentenced to 10 years in prison. 41-year-old John Duranick was handed his punishment today and still faces trial in 2 other similar cases.
Eric Rossini, 41, now facing 2 counts of sexual assault on a child. The alleged victim, a 12-year-old girl from Massachusetts. Parents at Rossini School in total shock.
New information tonight in the case of a martial arts instructor arrested on sex abuse charges. William Brent Mullins was found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree sex abuse and sentenced to 13 months in prison and 3 years probation. Mullins will also be required to register as a sex offender. He was accused of sexually abusing 2 of his male students at Northwest Martial Arts.
Testimony underway today in the sexual assault trial of a martial arts instructor. He's accused of repeatedly molesting one of his young female students.
Well, he trained kids for years in self-defense. Now a martial arts instructor is defending himself in court, accused of sexually assaulting a student.
And the state continues to argue its case today in the trial for a Hill Country karate instructor accused of sexually assaulting a student.
Police arrested Duranick in 2010 after several girls came forward and claimed the martial arts instructor fondled and had sexual activity with them at this now closed academy in St. Cloud. Duranick's days in court are not over. There are 2 other victims in this case, and they are also alleging similar crimes. 96 total counts against him. Those trials yet to come.
This is how they encouraged her to talk. They gave her a stuffed animal and said, describe the interaction between you and your karate instructor. And she said that he touched her and tickled her in her private areas. Now, we know this morning that this karate instructor, Scott Allen Flood, 47 years old of Chandler, is accused of 2 counts of molestation, arrested Friday at his home in Chandler. In 2010, Flood was also accused of molesting another 5-year-old girl in Tempe. And last week, this 5-year-old told police Flood touched her inappropriately every time she was in karate class. We spoke with a parent here at Child Time who says if this is true, a level of trust has definitely been violated.
It's very violating because parents, they trust these people. They pay, money for their kids to be taught a lesson, not to be, molested.
All right, so in other words, if your child's taking karate at a preschool anywhere in the Valley, you may want to look into this. Kimberly, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
As she told the jury how she allegedly had sex with Bradley Knight in the office to his karate school, in the loft upstairs, and how they allegedly had sex for the first time in a movie theater while they were on a karate school field trip.
But the sheriff fears there may be more, and they're asking them to come forward.
You're a victim of a crime, and this is not your fault. And you need to report it and let law enforcement investigate it and let those people be prosecuted if they did that to you.
Sit down and speak with your child about the karate class. If something is concerning to you that your child says, then contact us at the Chandler Police Department.
Police say that he met the 12-year-old girl while teaching at the Black Belt Academy.
The instructor, 52-year-old Thomas Donahue, will be in court accused of sexually assaulting a 7-year-old girl here on several occasions. Police say he'd take the girl into his office after class and have her help him remove his leg brace. That's when they say the assaults took place. Police here now looking for other possible victims.
As a judge ordered him held without bond on dozens of felony charges, alleging that he committed sex crimes on 2 of his female students under age 16 at this Taekwondo school.
We have a total of 95 plus counts. That's the only detail that we're disclosing at this time.
St. Cloud police say all of the offenses took place at the John Emmons Taekwondo Academy and involved groping and fondling the 2 girls.
Master Fan Lee ran the Fan University of Martial Arts in Burke.
Well, tonight he stands accused of molesting 2 of his underage students, one at his old studio, the other at his home. Paulo Carvalho doesn't mince words about the man who ran the martial arts school next door to his restaurant.
Since nobody liked him, it didn't seem to be a particularly nice person. Anything is expected, I guess.
38-year-old Quinn Vin Fan Lee is accused of inappropriate sexual misconduct with not 1 but 2 of his underage students at Fan's University of Martial Arts. Fairfax County Police began their investigation last June when a former student accused Lee of inappropriate sexual contact from 2003 to 2005. Detectives then came across a second victim who alleges Lee had sexual contact with her in 2008. She too was a student.
It's a violation. It's just, I can't even imagine my own daughter being violated like that. That's just insane.
Not wanting to be on camera, one parent whose daughter trains at a different martial arts school says she's disgusted to hear of the charges against the instructor. In a raid on his house in Springfield, police also recovered child pornography on his home computer.
I feel for the parents and the victims in that situation.
And he was also listed on the Penn State website as one of their Taekwondo coaches. As of now, Fairfax County Police say that they aren't aware of any other victims.
The creed for this specific studio includes loyalty, honesty, and integrity, so these accusations are hard for a lot of parents we talk to believe. They say he never showed any signs of being inappropriate with any students, but investigators say Raul Gutierrez Hernandez used his position of trust to lure young women, and they believe there are more victims than they know about. Not one parent or student we talked to had any idea about the investigation into the owner, Master Raul Gutierrez Hernandez, for sexually assaulting students, teenage girls.
Obviously, these young students looked up to him. They may have even looked at him as a father figure. So he was able to use that and lure these young victims into his trap.
The studio's website shows dozens of pictures of children in tournaments and on trips. Gutierrez Hernandez describes himself as a 4th-degree black belt and a 4-time champion. He has been the Colorado State team coach. Aurora police say they know of 3 victims already.
It's more likely than not that there's additional victims.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
The owner of the building the Taekwondo studio rents from says she will likely evict them.
Oh, it's disgusting. It is. But I was shocked. That's pretty awful to hear.
We consider him to be a threat to the community.
The studio is open like any other evening, but police hope parents will take the time to talk to their children, and they hope any other victims will come forward. Police say over the past 5 to 10 years, he has had contact with hundreds of children. This is now a Crime Stoppers case, so there is a reward for information about other possible victims. He will be in court on August 10th. Bazzi.
Phet Phong Savan ran the San Antonio Shadow Fist and Muay Thai Academy there on Hillcrest. He's been in the business for years, training hundreds of fighters in mixed martial arts, adults as well as children. Phong Savan was arrested and charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child back in 2010. The victim first came forward in 2008. Now, ironically, most parents put their children into martial arts programs to learn how to combat this type of behavior. And again, that jury selection is underway. They don't think they're going to get to any testimony in this case until tomorrow morning.